I'm gonna kind of make maybe a dumb video right now, but so my mom is I was she facilitated my birth, and I love her. She used to wake me up. By the way, I'm God, and I'm not apologizing for that. And you can say, well, that dude's crazy or whatever. You're not, whatever you want to say, I guess. Everybody's sometimes, because I'm always a little worried when I say that people are going to go, oh, that dude's crazy. Maybe we need to, do something or something like that. But if you do that, you'd be violating my religious being religiously free, I guess you could say. And so if you do that, if you try and do something bad to me, whether you think it's, if it restricts me being free in any way, well, it's your religious, political, economic system. So you want to try and violate me being religiously free, then you go ahead and do it. But don't think it's gonna. I would say I would give you the. I would say don't do it. That's what I would say. But anyways, so I didn't paint this rock for my mom, but whenever I look at it, I think about her. So that's this one right here. All right. Of course, everybody's got to love their mom, right? She used to wake me up, sing this song to me. Good morning to you, good morning to you. And I did not like that song at all. But you know what? I have a very soft feeling about that song, because my mom used to sing it to me, not because it annoyed me, but because she loved me, or loves me. So I didn't paint this rock thinking about Jennufer Goldfarb Bosley, but I think about her anytime I look at it. You see, it kind of looks like, if you look closely, you can kind of see heart design in there. And certainly that's, you can kind of see little gold stuff on there too. There's the heart. But anyways, this is not a stone, it's a rock. So this is not a heart of stone, it's a rock. And I painted it pretty to soften it up. And that's because Jennufer's pretty, and yeah, she did a lot for me being a man. Although at times I didn't always act like the manly man. She did a lot for me growing into being a man or something. Anyways, and I love her very much. Oh, you know what? I kind of did this out of order, but so let me go ahead and do that. This is one I should have done first. I don't think about Melinda Stojonic, Mindy. I didn't think about her when I painted this rock, and mostly I haven't thought about her until just today, when I looked at this. This is lavender. And I went to a prom with a girl that wore a lavender dress. And you could say that I promise, because I missed my prom and went to that girl's prom when I should have gone to the prom with Mindy Stojonic. But I didn't. I sure love her very much. So promise would be that I would promise to never make that mistake again. Unless I'm born again for a 5th time, trying to get y'all to understand or have faith in God, that you shouldn't fear, but that you should actually just love. And then I didn't paint this thinking about, and I know I'm not supposed to think about the 3 of them, but I'm going to talk about this one. Now, kind of the way that I feel right now. Okay, so I love Brenda. I have a very soft spot in my heart for her, but she took my kids from me. She alienated me from my daughter. So I'm not feeling a lot of anyways. But I think about her whenever I look at this rock. Although I didn't think about her when I painted this rock, because she didn't like dolphins and stuff like that. But anyways, she was my best friend for a long time. But so was Belinda, and so was Jennufer. Okay, now this rock, I didn't think about my daughters at the time that I painted this rock, but I think about them every time I look at it, because with both my daughters, Brittany and Breanna, Butterfly Kisses, the song Butterfly Kisses, and I think about that with my daughters all the time. I had those experiences with my daughter, and that song is really great because it talks about, experiencing being there with your family and your kids as they grow up, and being able to be there when your daughter finds that perfect guy that makes her happy, and being able to walk her down the aisle to be with a guy that makes her happy is like, that's a gift. And that's a gift I haven't been able to experience with my daughters. But I love them very much. Now, I have sons as well. I don't have any rocks that I've painted that make me think about them. Women can... Okay, so we have physical differences between men and women. We're physically different. We also have some spiritual or emotional differences. My wives left me. They all took off. Women can be swayed. That happens. Women are very emotional, and that's good. That's a strength for them, because it helps them be good nurturers, and it helps them bring out the masculine side of being a man. So for their husband, so that's being emotional is good. Now, but that also makes it possible for them to at times be swayed. So there has to be some inner strength that they have to develop for that to not happen. That's what happened to my wives, and I don't blame them for being swayed, or even for being mad at me about certain things, because there's some certain things that I did that they're in the right for being mad about. I see that now. Okay, I see that now. But anyways, or I realize that now. I feel that now. I can, say I appreciate it. I appreciate them. I don't know how to say that. Anyways, for men though, they're not supposed to be swayed as easy. I kind of have a mixture of, anyways. So my sons should not have ever been swayed about, okay, so my wives and my daughters were swayed about love. They were persuaded, my daughters were persuaded by their mothers, and their mothers were persuaded by other people. So they were persuaded, right? And that happens with emotional beings. Guys, we have physical strength, and we tend to be less swayed by certain things. And my sons should not have been swayed by their mothers. And again, I'm not blaming their mothers, okay? But my sons should have not been swayed. They should know. They should never have had a doubt that their dad loves them, because I love them very much. So I don't have any rocks that I painted that talks about them. I'll say this honestly. No, but you can't take this out of, you can't take this wrong. You can't take it out of context or however you're supposed to say it. I wouldn't want to have a rock that reminded me of my sons, that made me think about them right now. Unless it was just a rock with no paint on it at all to show that how strong they were. But now Geoffrey, the funny thing is, Geoffrey, he has kind of stood up and said, hey, Dad loves us. And his mom and his sister, Preston, he just right along with it. And just use me. But I don't want you to think for even a millisecond that I don't love my son, Preston, as much as I love Geoffrey, or that I love any of them less than another one, because I don't love them any more or less than each other. And that's just how it is. I love my kids. I'm sad about certain things that the way they treated me, but my wife would say, they're sad about some things that I've done to them. For me, though, it doesn't change the fact that I love them. And so that's just that. I love I love them very much. So why did I make this video? I don't know, because I love my family. That's why. And so there you go. And I didn't paint one about, I don't have a rock that reminds me of my dad, although I kind of do, because I started working on one that has a golf ball on it. Now talk about a golf ball, talk about a goofball. I got my dad a set of golf clubs and didn't realize that they were kids' golf clubs at the time, but it may be kind of appropriate, but anyway, maybe appropriate is not the right word, but in a way yes, and in a way no. My dad, Mike Bosley, good man, and wants, I think, often very good things. So, now, but I don't want that to take anything away from my birth dad as well. Now, I don't know him as so much as my dad is my dad, Mike. But I know what my birth dad must at times feel, and what my birth dad at times certainly feels, because I have felt those feelings with my kids. My kids have been given to another dad, and told to accept someone else as their dad and that kind of thing. And one of my wives did that. So I know how much I miss my kids, and I know how much I'd like to have a family relationship with them. And so I can imagine that's what my birthdad has felt numerous times. And I've tried to reach him. I know that he works at owns a Sonic, I think in Alabama, and I tried to call and leave a message there one time, and then I tried to call again, and they were like, we don't know anybody here with that name. I don't know if I called the right place or not, but anyways, I want to say to my folks, Mike, Edna, and Sandy, first three letters of Messiah, that I love you very much, and thank you for all the love that you've given me during these years. Anyways, so that's this video, and my kids, I love you very much, and I don't know if I'm gonna have this phone that I've been using. I don't know if I'm gonna have very much longer, because it's been used to kind of terrorize me. I don't even know if I'll have this job much longer. I like what I was originally hired to do, which is to make this place beautiful, but I've been turned into pretty much just a slave to do manual labor. And not only does it not make me happy, but I know when I'm being there's not talking about, if somebody doesn't save your save your son, save your God, save your Savior, if somebody doesn't save me, I don't know what's going to happen. I have an idea, and I don't want that idea to actually end up being the truth. So, but anyways, I am thankful that I have this job. I am a slave. There's no doubt about it. I am a slave, and I'm not thankful for being a slave, but I'm thankful that at least I'm not starving in a world where people think that, I guess, have decided that it's okay that everybody has to pay to live, that living is not a gift. And I'm sorry that you have decided that as a society you're not going to speak up and make that difference and make the change. Most of y'all feel like you have the answer. But now you're holding the answer in your hands. Or maybe you're sitting there looking at it, whatever. What are you going to do? I can't try and convince you anymore, because I have a video on my channel called Truth, and I'll put a link to it. And you can watch, and it's proof enough. Now, in that video, I'm a little emotional, a little flustered at the time, because some of you think God has a physical body, some of you think God is just a spirit. Either way you think. Even if you think God is just a spirit, you also think that God can have a physical body, because you think that God came in the form of Jesus. But you don't even listen to the word Jesus. It's talking about you. Jesus loves you. We love you. Right? That's when people are doing something kind of pretty good. When people are saying, Jesus loves you, and they treat people as they love them. They're kind to them and stuff like that, because they're they've let God inside of them. Jesus is in them. Jesus loves you. Not U.S. Just us. Anyways. But a lot of people won't accept that, and they won't accept the fact that because I don't look like the image of God that you suggested. But of course, then that would mean you'd actually have to have faith. Because anything else, if you don't know what faith is anyway. So, but that's my video, and I love you very much. And I get angry a lot, a bunch, and angry enough to swear, and angry enough to smoke cigarettes, although I haven't smoked them as much. But if you ever see me smoking a cigarette, it's because I just couldn't, People will say, well, God should be able to handle his emotions, but they're okay with the fact that that I got so upset in the temple with people exchanging money for food and clothes and stuff like that, selling things to each other, buying and selling in the temple. They're okay with the idea of me throwing tables all over the place and stuff like that, but I guess some people think that if I get so upset that I just decide that I want to have a cigarette, that's not, but then maybe you should think about the fact that, you have an expression, right? Holy smokes. But I'm not a volcano god. I don't need to, I don't believe in human sacrifice. I wouldn't sacrifice my kids. Nothing could ever make me do that. Somebody put that in the Bible so that you would think that it's okay to sacrifice your kids and send them off to war and stuff. That's why they give you little army men, so you can have your kids thinking about fighting in war, and little green army men, right? Little green men, right? Like on the dollar bill, $5 bill, $10 bill, $20 bill, whatever, $100 bill. You got the little green men on there, right? They took over the earth, right? And you want to say God didn't want to flood the earth? That's right. I don't want to flood the earth, but Satan did. He's got the earth flooded right now with currency, liquid capital, right? The earth is flooded right now. Y'all don't know that though. Y'all don't see, because you're not see, but you shouldn't. I don't know how to say that. Maybe I shouldn't even say that, because we got German shepherds here. You don't understand that a police state, you don't understand that a police state means you have police and you live in a police state. You don't understand that you're Nazis because you don't see. Not that you're Nazi, but that's the same thing. It's just a trick in spelling. It's just people that didn't see that being war against each other is, you're not seeing the truth that God is love, not God is war. If you've got a God of war inside of you and you think you're a soldier, you sold your soul, and you didn't give it to God. You sold it to Satan, the devil, whatever you want to call it. I don't like to say Satan because I wear tan clothes every once in a while, because I don't know. Anyways, but y'all got all the answers. Most of y'all don't have any faith in me. If you decide to have faith in me, that's great. You're going to have to say it physically to me, right? You're going to have to say it. The best thing for you to do is say it, or I guess you could do it in a text on this video or something like that. But and if you do decide to have faith in me, it'd be great if you would save me from this existence in a loving, kind, not surprise in a bad way thing. Anyways, okay. I love you.